sick and tired of learning discretion, putting up with all this. In America, yeah.
Did you have a feeling of remorse after you stabbed your mom and she's asking for an ambulance?
No, I don't feeling.
I was not in my completely right state of mind.
Parents.
They were not my parents. I was temporarily insane, as I said.
Temporarily.
Two parents opened their home to a young man who had no family. They believed they were giving him a second chance at life. But years later, that same young man would brutally attack them inside their own home, leaving behind one of the most disturbing crime scenes their quiet neighborhood had ever seen. And when investigators began digging into the story, they discovered something even more unsettling. Many people now believe the warning signs were there long before the attack ever happened. Just minutes before police arrived, a woman was seen running from the house. She was bleeding, and she was trying to get help.
Help
She
me,
ran
please.
to a neighbor's door
Somebody help me.
and started banging.
Open the door.
Desperately. Inside the house, the neighbor could hear her voice shaking. She said her son had attacked them, that her husband was still inside, badly injured. Moments later, a 911 call was placed, and almost immediately,
I was scared in bed and screamed and banged on our door and rang the doorbell, screaming, I need help, I need help. Took me a second to register what was going on. We opened the door and the person's gone. The other day is free and vacant room here. The house across the street is empty, the whole door is empty. Oh, there's a whole bunch of blood outside. We need an ambulance now. Unless we someone wants to sell for it. Yeah, there's blood on my son's door. 100% stabbed. Oh,
Okay, I need you to lock the door. It's there.
it's locked.
one detail stood out. There was blood. A lot of it. According to the caller, the front door of the home was completely covered, smeared across the glass, across the frame, as if someone had tried to escape. And at that moment, no one knew where the attacker was. By the time officers arrived, the scene was already waiting for them. Before they even stepped inside, they saw it. Blood, covering the front door, smeared across the glass, the handle, and even along the frame. It didn't look like a small injury. It looked like someone had tried to get out.
Drake, come here. I can't get a hold of it. Yeah. Well, this isn't the caller's that one. They got blood, but this one, when I was walking, it led straight to this, but there's no one answering.
Let me go check this house over here, Alex.
Yeah.
We're getting on to 75 southbound, 75 southbound. Did you check this block?
What's that? That one has nothing. It just, and you can follow it. It goes. I'm not getting any answer. That's why I'm not really a fan of this one.
Does that look like it's in or out? That kind of looks out.
It's hard to tell. It looks like they were at the, because if you look, there's blood on the door handle. So I don't know if they were trying the door handle or what, but follow the blood trail from there. It comes here. It almost seems like they left out here and walked right over there and then jumped in the car.
So the car was parked over there?
No, Reg said it was parked 2 houses to the east, which is going to be right here. It was parked here. And they said it's usually there's a younger male that lives here with a black car.
We don't know who lives here.
We don't.
We're getting no answer.
The footprints, we're not getting any answer. There's a dog. I haven't checked yet because there's blood on the door handle. But actually, I'll switch to the other gloves. All the footprints lead out. There's none that are going in. It goes straight through the yard, out to the road, and then goes right to that.
You get a moment.
We need to try to do a safety screen.
I agree. That's why I'm going to throw some actual gloves on.
It's locked.
Is it?
Yep.
Messina's in the back. He's covering rear. 66 those per units on the scene.
Northport Police Department!
As they opened the door, it only got worse. There was blood on the floor, leading deeper into the house. Step by step, they followed the trail, and what they were walking into was far more disturbing than they expected. As officers moved further inside the house, the situation became clearer. This wasn't just a chaotic scene. It was controlled, targeted. In one of the rooms, they found the father, severely injured, barely alive. He had suffered multiple wounds, and it was clear he had tried to fight back. But the most disturbing detail was where the attack had happened. This wasn't some random break-in. There were no signs of forced entry, no signs of a struggle throughout the entire house. Everything pointed to something much worse. This had happened between people who knew each other, and then officers realized something else. The person responsible was not a stranger. It was someone who lived in that house. At this point, investigators already had a strong idea of who was responsible. It wasn't a stranger. It wasn't a break-in. It was their own son. The same young man they had taken in years earlier, given a home, given a second chance, and now he was gone. As officers secured the scene, they began looking into his background, and what they found raised even more questions. People who knew him described him as quiet, reserved, but distant. Some said he had trouble connecting with others, that he kept things to himself. Others mentioned something more concerning. Moments where his behavior felt off, not violent, not aggressive, but cold. And looking back now, some believe the signs were always there, just not obvious enough at the time, because nothing about this case felt like a sudden explosion of violence. It felt like something that had been building for a long time. Hours after the attack, police found him. He wasn't running. He wasn't hiding. He was calm, almost too calm. He was taken into custody without resistance and brought in for questioning.
No drugs? No. Yeah. An edema? Yeah, right here.
Responding units, you can slow it down.
Are you going to pick that up? Yeah, I'm going to. Mental up. Well, I don't know who you are. What's your name? Dima. Spread your feet, partner. Spread your feet. Okay. You guys need a bag or something for stuff? Yeah.
Look at me. We're going to take a picture of you. Hey. I'll take the photos.
Just roll down his window.
Who said they saw him out back?
Dude, I was literally walking outside to call Brooks, and this guy goes, hey, he goes, that guy you guys are looking for, he's out back.
He's fine. Yeah, I don't think he's going to... He's not going to the hospital, right, Dave? No.
I think Sergeant was taken back to the PD.
Good job, man. Good job.
I need to get a picture of him for
You guys want him back to the PD?
and then get him back to the PD right as quick as you can.
Hey, Dave, one more picture. Come on. Come on.
Stand
Because he needs
here.
it.
I'm on right here. Stand right here. Everybody just kind of shield right here.
Big deal.
Stand.
Dave, come on.
Get out. Look at me.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, good enough. I think so. You get him back to the PD as quick as you can.
What up?
Is he just walking out here?
Yeah,
he
literally
was
walking
just
right
walking
behind the show.
behind the show.
He was like trying to snatch a car or what?
No, he was just casually walking, and we come out and we see him.
Did he run?
No, dude.
He was. I had a gun on him the second I saw him.
Good job, dude.
You doing all right? Want water? You want to stand up? I'll take those handcuffs off you. You're not going to do anything stupid, right?
No.
Okay. What's your name?
Dean.
All right. My name's Detective Chippendale. This is Detective St. Jean. Okay. Are you hurt in any way?
It doesn't matter.
How come it doesn't matter? I'm concerned about you. How old are you, Dima?
I'm 22.
You're only
2
20
days.
22? 2 days?
Yep.
Have you, you read and write in the English language, right?
Of course.
Okay. Did you go to school here?
Yeah, I've been in Florida I've been in this country for almost 8 years.
8 years? Okay. Detective St. Jean has to, he just has to read you something real quick, okay?
Have you ever been read your Miranda rights before?
What?
Have you ever been read your Miranda warning before? Do you know what that is?
What is that?
Your rights? Have you ever been read your rights before?
Do you watch TV?
Not really.
All right. Have you ever seen cop shows and movies? So a Miranda
Yeah, that's
warning.
how I know how to get away from you real well.
Yeah. So, so he just has to read this to you, and you can just listen up, okay?
So I'm gonna go step by step, and I'll ask you to explain to me what you think that line means, and we'll go back and forth, and I'll answer any questions you have if you don't understand something, okay? Having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to us?
So we'd like you to have your side of the story and see what happened.
It's too complicated.
Well, I mean, we're here to listen. I know it was a rough night last night, but we just want to, somebody has to tell your side of the story. So was it, I'm sure there's several different reasons why this happened.
There is.
So we just want to hear your side. So if you want to talk to us.
Why?
Because, you know what, you're a human being, okay? You deserve to tell your side of the story. So when I go to that house, it's not like you're not that bad. You're not that bad of a kid. Come on.
Huh? You don't know me.
I don't know you. Well, let me get to know you.
Don't need to.
Do you need anybody to look at those scratches or anything?
I said there's nothing to worry about.
Okay.
We just met you, man. We don't know your backstory. We don't know your history, man. We're trying to get to know you and figure out what happened, and then we'd very much like to hear your side of the story so we can, figure out how we can help you and if there's anything that can explain what happened last night.
Are you hungry?
Will be. Will be.
You will be, you said?
Yeah, because I was in survival mode last night.
Okay. Do you want a sandwich or something?
That would be nice.
Okay. We'll get you one. So look, I have kids that are around your age also. So I try to treat everybody like I would want somebody to treat my kids. You understand? So whatever happened last night, it's all right to talk about it.
I'm not the one to talk about it.
No.
I'm not the type of young man that will talk about it.
You what? I'm sorry, I didn't.
I'm not the type of young man that will talk about it.
No. You don't want to give your side of the story.
It was wrong, that's it.
Well, I know it's wrong, but here, take a minute. And you want to eat, or you want to? It's like a breakfast sandwich. Take a deep breath. It's okay to talk about it.
I promise you'll feel a lot better to talk about it. I know you might not think that right now, but
I'm not like that. If you want to understand anything, you have to understand that. It doesn't make me feel better to talk about it.
Well, help us understand, what's going through your mind right now. What's going on with you? We just met you, man. I don't know you from Adam.
Hold on to me.
And how did it go? How did it lead to the living room?
Trying to get away from me, I guess.
Okay. You followed him into the living room?
Yep.
Did any of these?
So when you tell me you're not mentally ill, this is mentally ill, like, you know that.
What makes you say you're mentally ill?
What I just said, that's what I did.
But there's a difference between mentally ill and having rage and being pissed off at someone. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
which is it for you?
Well, it's the second one, but you know, I still feel like I'm mentally ill because I never had really had a good family before I came to this country, and then when I came here, I was already basically on my own, with my own world inside my head, and when you come here and you have to put up with somebody else. Because I don't know these people, you know, they're strangers, they say they want to bring you into your family, but where I come from, it's not that easy to just become a family.
When did you get adopted? How old were you?
2016.
16?
Well, 2016.
Oh, okay. Did you go to Northport High?
Yeah, I dropped out.
Oh, you dropped out. What grade did you drop out at?
It was 10.
10? Yeah. Did you get in trouble there or anything?
No. This shit that they try to teach you in high school is just unacceptable, so I dropped out. Like, you said you open your eyes a little. Well, do you know what the stuff they teach in high schools?
Yeah, I do, and
there you go.
It's pretty atrocious. But
well, I saw that when I first went to high school, and I don't want to deal with it.
yeah. Now, did you know English before you came to this country, or did
No?
You, no.
I did not, because I didn't like learning English.
Yeah.
We had English classes that I could learn, but I didn't want to.
So when did you start talking fluid English?
I started talking with Americans, and I got fluent in it.
Yeah, and you can still talk. Is it Ukraine or is
Ukrainian? Yeah, I can try. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Russian. I've been speaking Russian too.
Okay. You speak any other languages?
No.
No.
Do you think that it's mental illness, or do you think that it's regret that you have from what happened last night?
It's regret.
When you say
mental illness, because
yeah.
You know, I wasn't brought up right. I was living with my mom most of the time. You know, my father abandoned us. You know, like I wasn't. You know, the way you grow up when you're a child, basically, it's your fundamentals for the rest of your life. If you don't have a good childhood, you're gonna be messed up in the head for the rest of your life.
Right.
So that's why I say mentally ill, because I was not raised correctly when I was a kid.
Do you ever have anyone, like, do you feel like someone's in your head? Like, do you hear voices, anything like that?
No. I know there's different sides of me. Like, I can be, like I said.
Like emotions?
Oh yeah, no, but like I straighten myself up, you know, if I have to like go to work and, you know, do my hygiene or whatever. I tell myself that I need to do that, you know, and you know, there's different sides of me. Like I said, there's a bad me, there's good me, you know. There's me who doesn't care. There's like, you know, like everyone has that.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have that, and it's just that you know how to act in public and that. And I think that last night, just you were at the end of your rope.
Yep.
So did you try cleaning up?
No.
Clean
up the knife and put it back.
You cleaned up the knife and put it back. How many? So there was 2 knives in there. Or was the whole...
Two steak knives because the rest of them washed dishwasher.
Okay.
Did you wash both knives and put them back?
I wasn't trying to find the other one. I should have.
The first one?
Well, the thought was going through my head is I should have left earlier, so, because I know the area, and I could have got away from police. I could have got away from police chasing me, because I knew the area, and when I was driving on the highway, I knew what I should have done, but I didn't. But I still got away from them.
So you did see the police there?
Yeah, they pulled up from from everywhere.
Did you hear what the police officer said to you?
I don't give a shit.
No, but I meant, you know...
I heard something.
Did he say something to you?
I heard something, I couldn't hear it.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
So the knife that you cleaned off and put back in the butcher's block, do you think that was the first one or the second one?
Like what? Like the way you asked me that question, like, do I think that was the first one? That was, well, maybe, yeah. I guess I get it why you asked me that, but at the same time, it's like I know it was the second one.
Okay.
Because I couldn't find the first one.
Did you get cut? In your hands?
Because trying to stab somebody with a steak knife the way I was doing this, you hurt yourself too.
Is it bad? Can I see your hands?
It's not that bad.
Did you get it in there?
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
How were you stabbing? Like, was the fist going
Different
from top
ways.
to bottom? Or do you mind showing me?
I mean, it was like sometimes I would barely hold a knife and still stab it. You know, it's like there's blood everywhere.
Did you get a lot of blood on you?
Yep.
Did you try rinsing off or?
See it right now. Well, I rinsed most of it off. Like I said, I was trying to, because I know how fast police respond, so I was trying to get away as fast as I can, but it wasn't like, no, I could have actually drove on the highway without police chasing me. But, you know, I washed myself off. No, I had to swim in a few canals, that's how I got everything washed off.
Okay.
To get away. Because I was watching helicopter in the sky. And now that's hardest thing to get away from.
Did you expect to meet a cop outside?
I don't give a shit, I just give him my car and leave.
No, I know that. I didn't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did because I know that someone called. Someone had to call. It is messed up though. And you know it and I know it.
What you did?
Yeah.
So where were you gonna go to? Like,
I was gonna try and go to like Orlando port and try to find some kind of ship and get on and leave. Like sneak into the ship because I just want to get.
So were you gonna try to go back to the Ukraine or?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I've been trying to do. Well, you asked me why I came from West Virginia. I came back because I really wanted to get back with my family, and you know we had a lot of family issues, and I really wanted to.
God.
I really want us to be family again because we were not really like one.
Yeah.
When we left.
Did you guys get, like at first you
We
were
got
all
along
right,
first.
and then
Yeah, it was alright at first.
what happened that you guys kind of separated a little bit or went through some issues?
It's just the past.
Like your past, their past?
No, our past. It is just, like I said, it's too complicated to explain. I don't even feel right to explain it. But it's the past that triggers me.
Did they ever hurt you?
No.
Okay. I was just concerned about that because, you know, sometimes people will adopt or foster and then they'll
abuse.
Yeah.
So, obviously, we know your side of the story and what happened, but I'd really like to know if you would tell me some of the things that specifically made you feel that way, like what led up to that. You know, I know you've said a couple of things, you know, your past, when you were younger, just your childhood and stuff like that, but what are the other things specifically with your parents that that caused you to explode?
I honestly don't know how to explain that. You know, like, try to think about it, it's not.
Are you willing to try?
I'm trying right now.
Okay.
It's like, I don't know, it's,
I know it's eating at you, man. And, like, I can tell some stuff happened. You know, there's something that's making you feel that way. You know, and
yeah, it's like I was telling you, it's other stuff that's not related to yesterday's situation that made me do it.
yeah, I know you told me that, and I remember that. I'm curious as to what, you know, I want to know what the hell was eating you up that bad, man? Like, what happened between you guys? Like, how bad was your relationship? You know, like, what?
I'm talking about the past. No, we just had a bunch of arguments and.
Recently? How
Get kicked
recently?
out, you know, you don't call police in a family disagreement, you know, that's just a stupid thing to do.
So they called the police on you?
Yeah, because they couldn't get me to talk to them, or they couldn't get me to act a certain way. They have to call police, like, that's not what, you know, you should be doing. Like, what does police have to do with the family?
I get it. Did the police show up
Yeah.
They did? Did you talk to the police or no?
No.
Did you take off or?
No, I didn't take off.
Or you just didn't want to talk to them? Yeah.
No, it's a lot of reasons, and some of them I cannot think about, some of them are like impossible to explain.
Yeah. What was the most recent time that your parents called the police on you?
Well, when I first came back from West Virginia, my dad said he was going to call police on me. When I tried to talk to him for the first time after came back, he said he was going to try to call police if I don't leave. No, that's pretty dumb.
He didn't want you back?
Kind of not.
What's that?
Kind of not. Well, yeah. Like I said, the part that I'm not telling you is, you know, I'm not a good kid. I was telling you, I was not raised right, and I've been misbehaving and not listening and not doing what I'm told, and you know, we had all these family issues. But it was half me and half them.
That makes sense, man. I know nothing's one-sided, you know. There's
Sometimes
two sides to a story, you know.
Were they complaining about your drinking?
Well, I used to drink a lot, but I stopped. Drink a little.
But they were okay with it?
Now they are, but they used to. Now they were. They used to drink a lot.
So when you came back and your dad was kind of pissed off at you at first,
yeah, because I know that I heard like I was mad at they were mad at me too, and I was mad at them. They were mad at me.
Did he say why though? Like what?
Yeah.
You came back and you were met with your dad being pissed off at you. You know.
Yeah.
What?
You know, I was like, my mom like cares about me more than my dad does, and then she says that I ruined the marriage because of that. Apparently not.
You said that you ruined their marriage?
Yeah, because like, you know, your mom loves you more than your dad, and then she tries to spend more time with you when your dad is not, and then it looks like I ruined the marriage. Whatever.
Do you think that's what happened?
No.
Were they going through rough times too?
No, they weren't. It was rough times because they had rough times since I first came here.
So did they argue a lot?
Because of me, yeah, it was all about. It was
Oh, just about you?
Yeah, because no.
Who would stick up for you?
Parenting. Mom would.
Mom would?
Parenting issues.
Yeah.
I had parenting issues too. And they knew it too, because I would have conversations with them.
Were they from Florida?
No.
Where are they from?
Mom's from Ohio. Dad's from Massachusetts.
Did they get married or meet down here? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah. How long were they married? Do you know?
20-some years.
20-something years?
Probably.
And were they real estate agents or?
Yeah, when I first came here. Going in the house.
Mom and dad?
Yeah, that was one of the first things I had to do when I came here. Go around houses, go around places and sell houses for them.
Mm-hmm.
What does mom do now?
What?
What does mom do now? Like, what does she do for work now?
What she did for work?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know, like help advertise properties, I think. Put them out there so people.
So your mom and dad were both doing real estate still, like
somewhat.
Okay.
Did they scratch you in the fight when you were stabbing them?
Maybe, but it doesn't matter. Like.
Are these all from?
These are all from running away from police because I had to crawl through impossible bushes. But yeah, like I was telling you, my mom did like basically advertising properties for whoever so they could see it.
Do you remember what your mom said at all last night when you guys were talking after you killed your dad?
She didn't say much.
What did she say? Do you remember?
Like I said, she didn't say much. She just.
Did she say she loved you?
No. She didn't say that.
No.
Why?
Did she ask you to stop?
When?
At any point. Okay. When you guys were talking, yeah, you said, I believe you said she was sitting on the couch.
Yeah, she
and you were
asked me to
standing there
stop.
talking to her. What did she say to you then?
She said I'm bleeding, call the ambulance.
What did you tell her?
I just ignored it. Like, why would I do that?
Did you stab her again after that?
Yep.
Do you remember where?
No, it's just all over the place.
But you weren't gonna call for an ambulance? You had no,
Why
you had
would
no
I?
plans? I don't know, that's what I'm asking.
No, I wouldn't.
So I think what Detective St. Jean's trying to get at was, we know that you were having problems with your dad. Your mom stuck up for you whenever the arguments were going. So
We never create family issues.
Yeah, but
Well, sometimes.
So did you have like a feeling of remorse after you stabbed your mom and she's asking for an ambulance?
No, I didn't feel anything.
You didn't feel anything? Did you want to make sure that she was dead before you left, so you were hoping to get away with it?
Not.
After that moment in the interrogation room, everything changed. It wasn't just what he did, it was how he said it. No emotion, no hesitation, just a simple question. Why would I do that? For investigators, that raised a much bigger concern because this didn't sound like panic. It didn't sound like fear. It sounded like something else. A complete disconnect from the situation, from the people around him, even from the consequences. And that's where the real questions begin. What was going on in his mind? Was this something that snapped in a single moment? Or had it been building over time, without anyone truly realizing it? People who had known him began to speak. Some described him as quiet. Others said he seemed distant. But a few mentioned something more unsettling. Moments where his reactions didn't match the situation, where emotion just wasn't there. Not anger, not sadness, just nothing. And when you combine that with what happened that night, it starts to paint a very different picture. Not of sudden violence, but of something much harder to understand. A lack of empathy, or at least the inability to respond the way most people would. But even then, there's something important to remember. None of these signs clearly pointed to what would eventually happen. Because in cases like this, the warning signs are often only obvious, after everything is already too late.
No.
So you thought about it previous, but you didn't act on it, obviously. What made you like come to that point last night that you were like, I'm done, this is over?
Because I don't really like to miss people. I don't really want to have to miss my parents, honestly. Because of, you know.
Did you miss your parents? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Like, no, I mean, I try to get back with them and us be family again, but it didn't seem like it was working out, so.
Did you think you were backed in a corner or something? Or?
No. I don't know what I was thinking.
Just, it made you upset or what?
Yeah, it made me upset. Nothing's, feels like nothing's going right for me.
Yeah.
Which it is, you know, but at the same time it's not.
There was a stab wound, I think, in your dad's leg. Did you?
Maybe accidental, I don't know.
Okay. But everything else was you meant to do.
How did your mom make it to, I know I've already asked you this, but we didn't really kind of elaborate on it. How did your mom make it from the couch to where she's laying on the floor?
She fell down.
Like she stood up and...
Yep.
Did she crawl at all? Was she able to try to get away from you or?
Yep.
Yeah. Was she trying to crawl to your dad?
Possibly.
She had a towel there. Where did that towel come from?
That was towel that I was using to wipe myself off.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, that towel on the floor, that was for the dog.
Oh, for the dog? Okay.
So the towel that was on the sink?
That was the towel that I was using.
Where'd you get that towel from?
Bathroom.
Your bathroom?
Yep.
Is that what the drops of blood on your bathroom floor was?
Was blood was below me, yeah.
Yeah. Did you go anywhere else besides your bathroom and the master bedroom and the living room?
Did you go into my bedroom to make sure I grabbed everything?
You went to your bedroom?
Yeah.
What'd you grab? Like a
laptop, phone, and money, and my drinks. If I want to have some in a while.
Mm-hmm. Where's all that stuff now?
It's in the car.
It's in the car. So you didn't get a chance to grab any of that stuff?
No, I just got out the car and started running.
Mm-hmm. You want to eat?
Yep.
We're gonna take a break for a few minutes. Let you eat, okay?
You have to go to the bathroom at all?
Yep.
Yeah.
I do.
You want to go to the bathroom first? Well,
Yeah.
well, no, because we're gonna need.
Okay.
We have to get our crime scene here because they have to take photographs and stuff of your hands.
I mean, there's hands mostly from being in the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just
eat a little bit.
Yeah, and
back
we'll
in.
get you to the bathroom, all right?
In the end, this case left behind more questions than answers. Two parents opened their home to someone they believed they could trust. They gave him a place to belong, a second chance. And for years, everything seemed normal. Until one night, everything changed. There was no clear warning, no moment where everything suddenly made sense. Just a series of small things that didn't seem important at the time. And that's what makes cases like this so unsettling. Because it forces a difficult question. How well do we really know the people closest to us? Can someone hide what they're truly thinking? For years? Or were there signs that simply went unnoticed? not ignored, just misunderstood. Because in reality, most people don't expect something like this to happen. Not in their home, not with their family. And yet, this case is a reminder that sometimes the most dangerous situations don't come from strangers. They come from within. And by the time the truth is finally revealed, it's already too late.